Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Poly Playbook.
Good morning and welcome to Poly Playbook, the weekly Cal Poly sports recap show. I'm your host, Lisa Diaz, and today is Monday, February 10th. It was an action-packed weekend for the Mustangs, and we'll bring the action to you right here in the studio when we bring on one of the weekend's record-breaking players. But first, let's get right into the highlights. Saturday was a fun and valuable day at Baggett Stadium for the Cal Poly baseball team. The Mustangs hosted their annual alumni game to take on members of past teams and learn from the pros. The two most famous alumni to come out, Major League pitcher Bud Norris of the Baltimore Orioles and Logan Schaefer, who is an outfielder for the Milwaukee Brewers. The game was called after just 8 innings due to heavy rain. One of the reasons that Norris did not actually pitch, but he did give the current players his 2 cents every step of the way. I took a moment to talk with Norris after the game. Biggest contribution to this year's Mustangs?
I don't know. Like I said, I want to talk to the kids. You know, these guys have a big opportunity to play Division I baseball here, and some of them are going to try to further on their careers and get into professional baseball if that's how it goes. But like I said, words of wisdom. But like I said, it's just fun to talk to these guys and kind of get to know them a little bit on a personal level because I always follow the ball line scores and stuff during the seasons.
Norris was drafted out of Cal Poly by the Houston Astros in 2006. Get a ring and get a degree. That's what Cal Poly Athletic Director Don Oberhelman emphasizes to the athletes that play for the green and gold. The Cal Poly softball team is an example of the Mustangs' equal commitment to success in the classroom. The team took the diamond for the first time this season against Seattle on Saturday and lost, but then went on to take down number 8 Oregon at the Arizona State tournament. The team is returning 6 seniors that were on the All-Big West academic team last year. One of the ways Cal Poly makes the commitment to academics is looking at a player's GPA as step 1 of the recruiting process.
Everybody handles their programs a little bit differently, but overall, you can't fake it here. You've got to be successful in the classroom. You've got to be a real student, and we pride ourselves on that.
For a more in-depth look at the athlete admission process, visit mustangnews.net. The men's basketball team continues to struggle. The Mustangs lost Saturday night 69-60 against Hawaii in Honolulu. Senior guard Kyle Ottister and sophomore forward David Nwapa both led the team with 12 points. Freshman guard Ridge Shipley, who scored a career-high 9 points. Hawaii sophomore forward Isaac Fotu finished with a game-high of 26 points. Cal Poly looks forward as they continue a 3-game road trip this Thursday, February 13th at 7 p.m. versus Cal State Northridge. And now we have Molly Schlemer here in studio to talk about being the 10th women's basketball player ever to pass the 1,000 point mark. Molly, can you talk about kind of what it took to get to that point?
It's just a crazy accolade to receive, and also credit to my teammates for helping me get there. If they didn't pass me the ball, I wouldn't have scored. And it's just really amazing feeling because I've never happened to me in high school. That never happened. So 1,000 points is a lot of points, and knowing that I did that is really nice to know.
In the off season, did you work on anything specifically to kind of elevate your scoring?
Just reps, a lot of shots, and just focusing on offense because that's what I'm really good at, and that's what I kept on doing in the off season. And footwork because that helps me scoring too. So footwork, reps, and then finishing, and that helped me.
And so I know that only 10 players have actually done it, but kind of just in general in college women's basketball, how rare is it to get to 1,000 points in just 4 years?
It's pretty rare. I mean, probably one person on each team does it. I think it's rare, but we have 3 people that are about to do it this year. Jonay Irvin and Ariana Elgato are both really close to getting 1,000 points. So that's really rare to have 3 people on the same team reach that. But it just depends on your teammates too, because if your teammates don't get you the ball, you won't score. So it's rare if you don't have teammates that will do that for you.
So you said 3 players on this year's team might get to that point, and there's only been 10 in the past. Kind of what's different about this team that allows that to happen?
We all work really well together, and we all know each of our strengths, and 3 of us are really strong offensively. So just going to that, and we're really confident scoring the ball too. So us 3 are the go-to scorers for our team, and that is leading all of us to get 1,000 points.
Wow, that's really impressive. And so you had a kind of a big win against Hawaii, thrilling win on Saturday. Can you kind of talk about what happened in that game a little bit?
Well, we beat them in overtime in Hawaii, and that was really a good win for us because it was the first win of conference, first game of conference, and so we knew we wanted to beat them again especially when they came to our house in Mott Gym. So doing that is really good for us, really confidence booster because they're in the running for a championship just like we are, one of the top teams in our conference. So winning in Mott Gym in front of all the fans is just really nice and a good way to start off the week.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you guys are doing really well in conference. Can you talk a little bit about where you're at in the season, how the team's doing, what are the goals going forward?
The goals are to get a championship first and foremost, and then also winning the tournament so we go to the NCAA tournament too. Where we're at right now is we're working really well as a team. We're practicing every day just to get better and fix the little things that need to be fixed. But we're doing good. We're growing one day at a time, and that's what we need to be doing right now, just touching up in time for the tournament.
What is Coach Faith telling you?
Coach Faith is leading us so good. She knows exactly what to do with each of us, and she's just excited about what our team's doing and where we're headed. So we're on the same boat as her, excited about what's the future.
Well, thank you, Molly. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. Our pleasure. So now we're going to go on to the men's tennis. The team lost 4-3 in a heartbreaker against Arizona that came down to the final match on Friday afternoon. After being down 1-0, Cal Poly's number 2 player, Ben Donovan, defeated Arizona's Samit Shinde and tied the match 1-1. Marco Camuzzo put Cal Poly up 2-1 after his sets against the Wildcats and followed with a set win from Matt Thompson. It all came down to Cal Poly's Jürgen de Jager, who had the deciding set but fell to Mario Urquidy. Cal Poly's next match is Friday, February 21st at 1 p.m. at UC Irvine. Thank you for watching our weekly sports edition of Mustang News. You can watch this show and get all your Mustang sports updates at mustangnews.net. You can also watch our 30-minute broadcast weekly on Charter Channel 19, Campus Channel 2, and UHTV Channel 7. Have a great day, Cal Poly.